A definite success, and we'll measure it on a number of different levels. Firstly was demand for tickets. We went out to our members last week and we got literally thousands of calls, people wanting to return, for what is ostensibly a friendly match. We would have normally much smaller crowds than this, so to get 1,000 people desperate to come and more was great news. And so far the day's going well. Sun is shining, cricket's taking place, and people look happy. I think it's really important because we haven't had crowds back in our grounds since September 2019, and perhaps this will be a pilot that will allow more supporters to return in the coming weeks. Our season finishes in 8 or 9 weeks' time. It's going to be a short season, so it's important that we don't go a year and a half without having supporters in the ground. I hope it's not going to be a one-off. I think it depends on how well it goes. We've got lots of observers here from government and safety authorities, and I think they'll have a look at it, take a judgment, and hopefully it may accelerate things. I feel safe, and I'm hoping that everybody else does down there as well. We've put in place all the elements for people to feel confident, and so far it's all very positive. I quite like the championship going on throughout the summer because it gives people more opportunity throughout the summer to come and watch it. This competition that we're going to start on Saturday is going to go out until the end of September, and is going to include a 5-day final for the first time ever. I quite like the idea of the 5-day final as well. With the 18 teams split into 2 divisions, you need to play at least 14 games at the moment, and there's certainly demand for it. Our role is to try and use the next 8 or 9 weeks not just to bring cricket back to some degree of normality, but all the other sports. With football and rugby starting in September and October, there are millions of supporters that will want to.
I could not be happier. Friday was the first time I'd actually set my alarm clock to get onto the phone, and I made 21 calls and was over the moon to be included. Yeah, it means everything. I'm actually an Essex fan and member, but also, sorry, but I am a Surrey member too. So I come to test matches here, and I would have come to some T20 and watch as much of it as I can of Surrey. I think it's important, and but it has to be safe. And I think what we can see today is that Surrey have done a fantastic job here.
It's just good to be back watching some live sport, and makes it feel a bit more like summer, a normal summer, I guess.
Yeah, we're big fans of live sport in general, so to be able to just come watch anything is great. It's a nice day out, coming watching the cricket, a bit more sedate than going to the football, so it feels a bit safer, I think, to come to something like this, where you probably have this amount of space between the fans anyway, rather than going to any other sporting event. So I think it's definitely the right atmosphere to have a trial for fans back in live sport.